Alright, what's going on, nerds? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Just the Tip. All three videos this week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, are going to be about the bench press. And we're going to start with the most technical aspect of the bench press, or at least in my opinion it's the most technical aspect, and that is the bar path. So when we think about the bench press, there are three things you need in order to complete the bench press. So you need shoulder flexion, which kind of looks like a front raise. You need shoulder horizontal flexion, which kind of looks like a pec fly or resembles that motion. And then you also need elbow extension, which is essentially just locking out your arms. Two of these will greatly affect bar path. The other one is just locking out your arms. So we're not going to talk about elbow extension in this, we're going to focus on the other two. And to preface this video before we get too far in, this is assuming that you bench with an arch. No matter how big or small, you're benching with an arch. And if you're not, then what I'm about to tell you is not going to apply to you. So, what determines the demand for flexion in the body? And that is joint moments.
That's the shit, ain't it? That's the shit.
No. Not those joint moments, but like your actual joints. The moment arm that's created via lifting from your joints. Matt, why are you talking about moment arms, this, that? I promise you it's gonna make sense in just a second. Just hold on so that I can explain this. All things considered, if we're on the same level with grip width and the weight that's on the bar, if we shorten the moment arm, we decrease the demand for shoulder flexion, which increases the amount of weight we can move, or at least we can move weight with greater ease. Right, we move way easier. So now that you know a little bit about moment arms, the other thing we want to talk about is range of motion. Now if we're benching with an arch, we obviously want to utilize the arch to help us shorten a range of motion. It's the whole purpose. I mean, other than keeping your shoulders a little bit safer, the purpose of it is to shorten range of motion, thus increasing power output. If we were to hold the bar in the most optimal position before we started the bench, I think we would all agree on that it's directly over the shoulders, right? Holding the bar behind the shoulders is going to cause you to use a lot more energy. Holding the bar in front of the shoulders is going to cause you to use a lot more energy. So the most efficient and the strongest position is to hold it directly over our shoulders. If we were to drive the bar in a straight line from that point, we would be increasing range of motion. So what we want to do is utilize that range of motion by bringing the bar towards the bottom part of the sternum / solar plexus. Somewhere within there, you'll kind of have to find the most optimal position for you. But it should be, for the most part, as long as you bench with a pretty good arch, somewhere below your actual chest muscle. I want to do this by starting the descent of the bar down first and then towards the chest, and not just towards the chest. So if we think about it like this, if you take the bar from the starting position directly over the shoulders at an angle straight down towards the sternum or just below your chest, what's going to happen is the bar is going to have a tendency to cock backwards or kick back toward your face, and that's going to put you not directly under the bar for your press. It's going to basically put you at a position where you're pushing the bar back, and we need to push the bar up, right? Because to lock your arms, they have to extend upward to lock out. So we want the bar to descend down first and then towards the chest. So it looks somewhat like a lazy L. And you can kind of see it in this picture. Which I took from an article that was written by Strength by Science. Fantastic article. You have to be pretty scientifically literate to read it, which is why I'm making this video. Hopefully it makes it a lot easier to understand. And then from that position, we want to that same pattern, right? So from the chest, it's gonna go back toward your shoulders and then straight up. The way we do this is with leg drive or quad drive. We don't actually want to press the bar backwards. We're supposed to be pressing the bar upwards. This is where optimal quad drive comes into play. We need to use our legs to drive the bar back over our shoulders so that now we can take advantage of that moment arm and range of motion at the same time, right? Because we had the range of motion, which decreased the amount of shoulder flexion and shortened the moment arm by bringing it down closer to the edge of our sternum or solar plexus, somewhere in that area. And now we're gonna take advantage of the moment arm again by getting it back over the shoulders so that it's basically pressing in a straight line. So if we do this, we take advantage of those two things. We take advantage of the range of motion, we take advantage of a shorter moment arm, and we take advantage of reduced shoulder flexion. So it means we're gonna move things with greater ease. And the whole goal of this is to honestly only press upwards. So if you have good enough leg drive, which if you don't, watch the quad drive video on my channel, it'll really help you out. I think a lot of people are using hip drive on the bench press and they really shouldn't be. So that's the most optimal pressing position you can have, is basically creating a lazy L with the bar. On the descent, starting downward and then moving towards the bottom of your chest or solar plexus. And then on the rise, moving back over your shoulders first, and then finishing the press by just extending the elbows. And by doing this, you'll greatly increase the amount of force that you can apply to the bar, which is gonna help you lift mo weights. It's gonna make you a mo better bencher. And who doesn't want that? All right, so remember, if you like this video, share it with a friend, share it with a novice, share it with a poverty bencher so that we can make everybody's bench great again. That should be a shirt. Make bench great again, 2017. You heard it here first. All right, nerds, I'm out.
It's lonely at the top, I'm tired of having company. So while you busy trying to fit in, I'ma stand out and view my life through this lens to see how it